Welcome back to another video, guys. Back working on the truck. In the last video we covered a little bit about what we were going to be doing with the truck, and tonight I'm working on a customer's IS300 that has a supercharger on it. Kind of neat. I'll show you guys that in a minute. And we're also going to get the fog lights into the Tundra, so stick around. I'm going to show you how to get the fog lights in. We're going to dial them in, get those done tonight, and then hopefully in the next video we'll be getting the headlights in it, and the lighting package for the Tundra will be done. So now I'm going to let you check out this IS300. All right, guys, this is a customer of mine's IS300. It's a factory 5-speed, and it's weird because it's still a GE, but it's got a supercharger on it. And I've done a little bit of work on this thing. Like, we've done the vibrant catch can. Everybody knows how much I like those. All vibrant lines and everything. And then actually back in here we used the radium press-in for this fitting. And then the other one for the other valve cover actually has like a screw-in deal, which was like a big metric thread. So I got Vibrant, thankfully, had an adapter to go from that to a -10, and that's all done. We got all the factory cover to fit back again, cut all this out, radiused in here. It does have a return style fuel system in it now, so you can see it's got a fuel pressure regulator back there. This car has an Elite 2500, and it is pretty sick. Obviously, a lot of people just turbo these things, but we all know that the VVTi GE has a slightly less strong bottom end, but this thing actually makes like 300, so 300 horsepower and 300 foot-pounds, and it's a blast. I mean, much more than that, you're like kind of nearing like rod squish situation with that much torque that fast. And then it's got a factory W59 in it, so they are not great above 350 horsepower anyways. Eventually he does say that he wants to put an R154 in it, but for now this thing is getting some PPE headers from Figs Engineering, which the guys at Figs are super good dudes. Mike's a great guy. We talk at least once a year at PRI and throughout the year on Instagram. Great guys. If you have a Toyota, or I don't know if he does anything else, but mainly Toyotas is Figs Engineering. That's their thing. So if you are familiar with Toyotas, you're probably familiar with Figs. Go check their stuff out. But basically, he got all this stuff like a year ago for this car to do the headers. They're long tube, they're beautiful. I'm going to show you those here in a minute. But then we have to get from the headers, because it had a factory mid pipe and everything, we have to get to the HKS dragger axle back that's on this car. So we're going to make it really nice, put a nice big vibrant resonator in there, as big as I can put it, because he wants this thing pretty quiet. And then probably going to add some V-bands in there just to get rid of the gaskets and all of that nonsense. Everything's going to be stainless. It's going to be really, really nice. Let me show you what was on the car. All right, so you can see this is all like factory stuff here. It's got like a Megan mid-pipe thing, and it didn't really fit very good. It had leaks all over the place. And then look at these headers. They're absolutely gorgeous. These things, all stainless, stepped, and they are a tri-Y, so 6 into 2 into 1. And you can see the big HKS super dragger. You don't see those very often anymore, but some's in really good shape, so we're going to keep that. We're going to get these on there, and that's going to be really nice. Basically, I needed to figure out what all I needed to order as far as tubing and mufflers, clamps, all the fab components for this thing. It's actually staying here over the winter, and once he gets this thing back, we're going to done everything on the car, make it really nice. I've done like an intake and stuff, but I'll show you that once we've actually going to put the car back together. We're going to have to do a heat shield for that header because it is going to be quite warm right there. Like the factory exhaust manifold has a little bit of heat insulation, which it's very close to the intake for the supercharger that we made I don't know, about a year ago or so. So we want to keep intake air temps as low as obviously we can get them. But being that the intake is right over the header, it's going to be, you know, kind of a struggle anyways, but it does have an intercooler, so the less work that intercooler has to do, the better. Yeah, very, very nice car. Red with black interior. You can see, super shiny, not even pink, which is great. Really nice car. So now let's talk about the truck some more. All right. We're going to go over here and I'm going to show you these tires. So you guys, if in the last episode, I did talk about what tires were running, but now you guys will get to see like against a normal tire. All right, so this is the Accelera 285 3518. This is what I run on the back of the drift car. So, back of the drift car. Acceleras. On the truck, we're going to be running a 315 70-17. So we're going to go from 20s to 17s. Look at the size difference of these things. It is bananas. Now, I will say, these Acceleras for a 285, for that being a 315, not bad. Not bad, Accelera. But these are BF Goodrich KO2s. Great tire. It's a very, you know, household name in overlanding. This is what Toyota uses. Factory on the Tundras if you got a Rock Warrior. So on the Tundra, we're going to be running what factory Toyota chooses on this thing, except bigger. So the Rock Warrior runs a significantly shorter and skinnier tire just because the offset and stuff on the wheels, and they don't want them sticking out. All the factory stuff. Now, at some point, I have to pick out the wheels. I think that I'm going to go with the Kansais. They have a 5-spoke that's really, really nice. And I've recently had some really good luck with those on the Haltech Shop Camaro. They fit great. They're you know, robust and basically, you know, good styling, everything like that. That's what I want for this truck. I need something that's going to fit good. It's going to have good styling, and it's going to be strong, because the last thing I need for this thing is to have any issues with the wheels and the tires on this truck, because, I mean, it's still my everyday vehicle anyways. So let's stop talking about this thing. I'm going to show you the fog lights we're putting in, and we're going to get them in. Yeah. All right, so these are the SS3s, and this is their kit that just drops into a Tundra. Got the yellow ones, and what's really great about these things is they're actually modular. So you can take these apart and change the beam pattern if you want a driving light. These are fog lights. You can change the colors. You can just do a clear cover here or something else. But yeah, so this guy right here is just a fog light. All right, that is yellow. That's gonna be really nice, little JDM styling. And then we've got, it also comes with, in this kit, if I can get it open, is everything to adapt those and mount those in the factory locations. Comes with all your hardware, your adapters, everything. It's packaged well. Okay, so it comes with everything, your harness to adapt from the factory fog light to the DT connector that goes into the back of these guys. So yeah, we're gonna get the old ones out so we can put the new ones in. Let's go. Okay, so I did get the inner fender liner out. It's just like the lower portion. Give you guys some light here. So as you can see in here, pretty simple. Got the connector down there, and basically there's a couple tabs that this thing just clips out of. And what we're going to be replacing is this piece right here, and your adjustment is down here. You just squeeze on this guy, on the adjustment, and it pushes in. And you can kind of see right over here, see if I can point. All right, over here is a little spot where you could pry very gently, push out on that, and then the pivots will just let go, and the light itself will just go through the front of your bumper. So I'm gonna get that out, and we'll start transferring the adjustment stuff over and put this thing all back together on the side. It really doesn't get much simpler than that. Honestly, you can just pry on the one side that you can see a little bit, and it'll kind of like get out of here, and then it just kind of falls back out. So you can see this little clip down in there. We are gonna have to transfer that into the new housing. So first, we gotta get it all taken apart, and we will get things going. All right, so basically this little guy right here, get this thing to focus on this. This little thing is just like if you've dealt with any plastic clips that get a screw through them, the exact same thing. So you just squeeze on it in here, and it'll pop straight out. That's going to get transferred to this piece from the front, just like this. And that's it. Easy enough. Okay, so I originally had this thing where it was like top to bottom, and it actually is supposed to be like side to side here. So it's got flats on it. You want the flats to be on the top and the bottom. So, yeah. You can see that's how it's supposed to look after you're done. You know, one thing that I talked about in my other videos is I love the fact that they capture these nuts down in here so that you don't need an extra wrench in the housing. All stainless hardware, super nice stuff. All right, so it actually comes with a new adjustment ball. So it's all stainless and everything. You just pull the little clip off that goes into the bumper and basically snap the ball in there. Hopefully yours is in good shape. If not, just get a new one from Toyota. And yeah, this thing's ready to go in. And after this thing's installed, according to the instructions, we put the lights in. I guess we'll give it a try. Okay. On mine, there was a bracket here. Don't even know what it does. It might have been just for assembly at the factory, but it basically went from right here. It was just like this tab here, except for it went down here and came back to here, and there was a 10 millimeter in here that went out. Well, that kept this from actually being able to slide back in here, but I kind of went against what the instructions said, and I put one of the bolts in to hold this actual SS3 in place into the bracket as I slid it in, because I thought I couldn't get to it because of this bracket. So you guys can definitely follow the instructions, and just on a 2010, it could be a limited thing, I'm not really sure, there's a little assembly bracket that like is barely held onto the bumper that comes back to the bucket back here. Just take that out, bend it out, and then pull down, and it'll just break right off. You'll end up with this. Throw that in the trash, and basically finish following the instructions. Your adjustment screw is here, and on mine, like I said, so there it comes with both harnesses, and it'll just plug directly into your fog light bulb wiring and go directly into this Deutsch DT2. That way everything is weather sealed and everything. Now on a few of the SS3s you can get the option of like a running light with like a colored backlight. Now I didn't opt for that. I didn't think I needed it. This thing has running lights. The new headlights are going to have running lights and all of that. Don't need it down in the fog lights. They just need to be fog lights. That's that. So what's nice is if you ever did want to just put the ones with the running lights in them into the buckets that you've already installed, you just buy the new SS3s and pop them in and you're good to go. It comes with the harness already to basically tap into everything, but you have to use those like silly like vampire clips, which I hate. I don't recommend those at all. There are much better ways to do it. But the harness that it was included in this kit does actually have all of that ready to go. So I'm gonna get this thing finished, bolted in, and then I can aim it to the other one because I haven't taken the other side apart. So you guys can see a difference between the factory and the Diode Dynamics SS3 direct plug-in drop-in kit for the Tundra. So give me a few minutes. I'm gonna get this thing buttoned up and then we will do a comparison. All right, so I don't think this video is gonna do it justice, but the difference here is crazy. So factory is here, and I'm going about here, and it's about shin. Shin height is the way I'm going to go off of it because the factory's there. These things are so much brighter. I've already got them adjusted, top of my shins, but I'm going to have to turn these things off for you guys to even be able to see. You can barely see the difference there, but yeah, I'm going to turn it off so you guys can see the aesthetic difference. I mean, to the naked eye, it's crazy. You can see just how much brighter they are. I mean, the light is actually projecting over into where the factory fog lights are. Let me turn these off real quick. Okay, so they almost disappear compared to the stock ones. So you can kind of see there's the stock with the reflector and everything. Man, those are super good looking in there. They look really good. Okay, so I'm gonna get the other ones in and then I'll show you guys exactly how they look once they're all installed. One last thing before I forget. An LED is polarity sensitive, and on my Tundra, the adapter harness has positive and negative. The positive is going to be the blue wire, and the negative is going to be the white with the black tracer. It makes this plug basically read positive and negative down because it is not keyed on here. So, just a heads up, guys. Blue is positive, white with the black tracer is going to be your negative on this Tundra. Now, with this having this adapter, I am going to zip tie this to the bumper bar back here just to keep it out. If for some reason we ever lost a splash guard or anything like that, I don't want this thing flopping around where it could hit something, so I am going to zip tie this over there. This camera does not do this justice, but both sides are in now. Those look great. I wish that you guys could see this better, but this camera just does not do it justice. But the light pattern is beautiful. As you can see, I've got it adjusted where the headlights are just above the fog lights. The fog lights are the bottom panel right there, and you can see the distinct line. And proper fog lights, they go way out. They actually extend out to the left and right a lot better than the factory ones did. So I'm gonna get the splash guard put back in here and take you through a few things that I found. All right, so got everything buttoned up, everything's aimed, looks killer. The one thing I will tell you that you're gonna need to buy more of are all of the little plastic push clips. 100%, if you touch them, they're gonna be broken if they aren't already broken. The other part was on the bottom, surprisingly, this little like Z-clip thing, it actually is a self-tapping screw that goes through it, but the self-tapper broke off. It must be just seized. It was all rusty, so I'm gonna have to get some more of these from either Amazon or just go over to the Toyota dealership. We'll see. I don't really want to pay like $10 a clip from them, so we'll see if I can find like a genuine one or something that looks halfway decent on Amazon. Actually, all my little push clips that I got were in like a universal Toyota from blah year to blah year kit. Came with like 100 different things, like, you know, a certain amount of one, a certain amount of another, a certain amount of another, etc. I just got it off Amazon. It came super quick. I just grabbed a like a Plano tackle box insert basically and just organized them that way. You will absolutely need those. So if you're going to do this, make sure you grab new clips for the splash shields, period. You will break every single one of them. Okay, the last part was these guys, which we covered before. These have to be taken off, at least on my 2010 Limited. I don't know if they exist on all the other models or years, but on mine, these had to go. Probably one of the easiest installs I've done on the truck, period. Mind you, I have really not done anything other than lighting. That being said, I'm going to take you through the rest of the lighting that we've done. All right, so in the taillights, I have done the LEDs in the brake and running lights. I left these turn signals just as they were because I don't want them to blink fast. But I did replace the backup, and they're super bright. Like I said, I did get new housings. Mine were in pretty bad shape. These were just Amazon specials. The diode, just replacement bulbs would have been a lot nicer than these, but at the same time, these replaced the whole housing and mine were beat up pretty good. The last part that I want to talk to you guys about is this right here. This is the diode hitch light. This is a running light, it is a brake light, and it's a reverse light. And I'm going to show you how this thing works in just a second. The last thing that I did, and these things are serious, are the cargo lights. Those two lights light up the entire back of this truck when it's in my driveway and there's no lights in there. I am super happy with everything that I've gotten and used with Diode, and I just, like I said, I've used their stuff on my race car. You guys saw me install that stuff before IA last year. It was killer. That was part of why I wanted to reuse them on the truck, because that's what they're known for, is their truck products and their off-road products. And I'll tell you what, they are amazing. The install was super easy. Like I said, just a couple of tools. Could probably get this thing, get both in there and aimed in an hour or less, if you're mechanically inclined and have your tools and everything like that. So let me show you this backup light, the hitch mount light. That was super easy too. That just, all the wiring it came with it, and it plugged in line with my trailer wiring. So that was super easy. Again, all Deutsch connections, everything like that, OEM connections. For the trailer hitch lighting connection, trailer lighting, sure. Either way, it fit perfectly. The harness is really nice. You guys know that harnesses were what I do, so I like me being happy with a harness that comes like as bulk made. Pretty serious. Let's check out this hitch light, and that's going to be about it for this video. Yeah, that hitch light is great. With this thing having a backup camera, it really lights up everything behind you. I think it's going to be great for camping. We do take this thing camping on a regular basis, so that'll be really nice to be able to see, especially if we just need to, I mean, the cargo lights themselves would light up a campsite, so just in case, obviously, we have lights. But if we need like a lot of light, those things will do the trick. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Stick around. We are going to be doing the Form 2018 style upgrade for the headlights next. This will be an LED upgrade with all the integrated running lights and turn signals and all of that. I'm really excited for those. The panels that I painted, they turned out as good as rattle cans can turn out. I will be able to do a little polishing on them, but honestly, they already look better than the rest of this truck. But I'm really excited for all of this stuff, and then next will be wheels, tires, and then eventually a lift. So stick around, that's coming soon. Alright guys, I'm not normally one to drive and film, but I think this probably shows off how good these lights are better than anything. I mean, the cutoff is great. I know for a fact I'm not blinding people, and the reach from left to right is at least double what it used to be. And I mean, the clarity of this light is just fantastic. Now, mind you, we're you know, downtown Lexington, but if we were out in some back roads or on a trail or headed to a campsite or something like that, like, these fog lights, for what you pay, are probably going to be the best upgrade that you could do for your truck's lighting. And that's obviously, this is all opinion based, but I'll tell you what, guys, I can't see anything at night. My eyesight is terrible from years of welding and a couple eye surgeries, all kinds of stuff. And I am really excited about these lights. And like I said, it's gonna be even better with the new headlights. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. Alright guys, so I'm going to close the video out here. I'm super pumped. I hope you guys are pumped too. Best bang for your buck lighting upgrade for your Tundra. I'll see you guys soon for even more lighting upgrades on my 2010 Tundra Limited. Good night.